time on the map, but they also draw off the exact same way. They like to draw off in the exact same order. They're normally on the dire side. They normally have second pick. The fact that teams, so firstly two things, right? Why haven't you stopped them from doing this? And do you think it's good practice to just do the same thing over and over again, even though you know that you're already probably guaranteed a major. This might be time to experiment a bit more so you're ready for tougher opposition.
I think if you, excuse me, I think if you experiment as Aster, it's after you go to the major, probably. Like if you're 5-0 and you're like, okay, we're locked in, then if you want to try something, you can do that. But I see absolutely nothing wrong with just sticking to your guns, you know, and keep on running your strategies. So yeah, them prioritizing Dire when they, I believe they won the coin toss here, right? Or
no, they lost.
They lost the coin toss.
Actually,
YBB chose second pick on our side. Yeah, I find that a little bit surprising in this particular matchup, just because I actually think Aster being first pick against them is really good for them. Aster played, I think, Ench in 6 out of 8 games, and they generally couple it with either Beastmaster or Enigma. So if you're overall first pick against YBB, you're just going to first pick that Ench and get whatever offlane summon hero you want, whatever's in the pool. And considering YBB themselves also play a couple of games, looked at that correctly.
They dragged it out.
Then
basically LPD like started this Ench meta. Everyone started playing it.
They have not.
They have not. I remember it incorrectly.
As the Ares started playing Ench. As the Ares and Vici started picking it up after.
Oh no, they played it on their possible. Sorry.
Oh, they have played. Okay.
Yes, they have. Not their 5.
So we had the draft here, and surprise, surprise, like you said, Team Master on first pick, gonna obviously open with Ench. With Beastmaster being, this is normally where you pick up the Enigma for XXX. For YPB Gaming, the response being Rupture. This is the successful response we've seen to this particular strategy has been Pangolier in the first phase. How do you think about Doom overall as a response to these edge drafts, even though it's not Enigma, it's going to be...
Doom is a very like team specific. To some that value it. Like look back to Tour 1, everyone was playing Doom every single game, and then people were like, okay, we're gonna pick Rubik, we're gonna pick Centaur, we're not gonna give a shit about your hero. You know, we're gonna try playing some more like Morphlings and stuff. We just simply stand there and right-click you and go in and cover ourselves, and people just faded away from him. Now this tour, we see people in like Europe, you know, kind of like Meteor Hammer Doom. We have ways to make him work again. We're RNG reliant on the creep we find in the jungle, and with like 2 points in Scorched Earth, he's looking a lot better. So if you pair him with a strong 4, which Disruptor has this tour, I think there's a chance you can maybe make this Ench lane not look as strong as it usually.
Okay. Nature's Prophet for Team Master. XXX has played it in the past. Nate normally played it, but I'm imagining it's going to be the XXX hero because normally their dropping pattern is that they pick the XXX hero first phase, we leave Monet until as late is human. In this game, how do you feel overall about like offlane Nature's Prophet versus its carry counterpart nowadays?
I mean, I think he's still just a really good hero, even with the small nerfs that he got in this patch. The hero is extremely flexible. Like you said, it's part of the hero that you can play in both roles, which this team does, but I'm almost already going to lock it in on XXS just because it fits the pattern of how they've been playing every game, right? Like this is also a summoning offlane hero that pushes towers. And I think the reason we've seen this so little from them compared to the other heroes is it's probably just been banned most games, right? This hero is a top tier hero, and your YBB going into the series, you're giving them something that they haven't played that much, but that you obviously know they're very formidable with. But sometimes it's just the lesser evil, right? We've seen teams in Europe as well absolutely kick ass with this Beastmaster offlane as well. So at this point, it's like, which one is the easier one to handle? I don't know.
Pick your poison.
Pretty much.
It's miserable. Although at least it makes me think that now they have a Nature's Prophet, I think it's better in the carry role, and they should then pick like a play hero to lane it. Do you think Ench is like strong enough? It's okay, right? But you prefer like your Clockworks and Undyings.
Yeah, I guess that's another good reason to put Nature's Prophet offlane on this. I don't know. Have Aster been playing this Ench exclusively in one position?
Bo3 has played it pretty much every game.
Mainly played it 4.
Yeah, it's normally 4. Yeah.
Okay. Because I think for me that changes things a little bit because I think Ench, Nature's Prophet perhaps have some slightly similar laning counters. So if they were to lane together in an offlane, maybe it would be better to split them up. Which, I mean, you could still do with their players, right? Bo3 can just play Ench in the safe lane if they're that. But it could be a clue that the Nature's Prophet isn't carry at the end of the.
It's been intriguing to watch Bo3 play because normally I'm used to this guy playing like a huge pool of heroes. This season he's played 2. Enchantress are tiny. In every game, for some reason he gets Ench and he's just like, okay, we'll just keep playing it. But I think it's mostly because of XXX. He's gonna allow his Broodmother through. He has to choose. Are we banning his Beastmaster or his Enigma? He probably gets the other one. Very frustrated against this.
Yeah,
so
that's, you literally nailed it on the head. Every single team is banning those heroes, plus the Nature's between these 4 to ban every game, and Ench always gets through. They always get it. And I think Nature's is like pretty solid ban because it's not just Lou that plays it, but it's also 70. Like they play it on mid.
Yeah, they play on mid.
Probably one of the only teams that.
Our region, yeah. They lost, but you know, they did it.
Yeah, but
So talk to me about the Sheep. I'm looking at this YBB squad. One of the things we saw them doing very well, right, is being able to play a little bit up tempo to having some ability, some possibility of scaling throughout the game. Now is normally where they pick the hero that Tian is going to play, unless he probably plays the disruptor. So I want the ZZQ hero. What support stand out to you that they pick here so they could hold off on a core pick before 18?
I liked it when I saw him play Jakiro once, like to make the lane stronger when you're playing into like heroes and stuff, or heroes that rely on attack speed, which is fine as well. I think it just makes their like ease of gank more simple to do like some glimpses into arrows. I hope they pick up run into arrow like
10 seconds.
Ember's also banned. Rest in peace. Where they ban all the friggin' combos with their own hero. But they'll probably pick something up.
I think part of the, or maybe the primary appeal of pick is to try to handle engine lane. Probably going to play this as a counter matchup where Mirana is either going to arrow into his big creeps, or she's going to be very mobile, walk around, block the camps, and then take the trading fight against Ench. Mirana does pretty well. See that being solid. Aster, with his clockwork, this still begs the question: is the name Prophet 3 or is he 1? Now we still have those options open at LA5 like
seconds.
I think ZZQ really likes the clock, so if they play, I'd like to see them play this carry Nature's Prophet with the clock. It makes, with that pick, that's what makes it. And then flash for mid, and then Edge.
Keeper of the light.
Ooh. Coddle.
Okay. So this hero is probably going to be going mid this game. Lately, I've been preferring like these offlane puddles much more so than the mid variants, but the mid one, this game, it feels a little bit. I imagine, okay, you get some deep push, I guess that's nice, there's a little bit of additional heal. You want to extend fights against Leshrac, that makes sense. But I don't know how I feel about it overall. Are you an enjoyer, Sheep, of this puddle in this game?
I've seen enough puddle now where I sort of understand where he works in these setups. And my most favorite is when he's played as a sustain core that like allows his team to just play, because you buy like the creeps, you buy, or you have the blind illuminate, sorry, and you're constantly just like healing, and let your team push forward while casting their spells. But YBB don't seem to have a hero that benefits from that right now. It's more like, okay, you're just playing to like
5 seconds remaining.
nuke with magic, but in that case you're playing with two, like to sort of play from long range magic nukes. I need something more, something that is your man in front that gives you the vision, like for that glimpse and stuff. Doom, he can do it when he hits like BKB blink and stuff, but he's gonna be farming for a bit.
Yeah, we need like a very hard carry for Louis at the very end of the draft to take advantage of all this backup. Also, Sin, I'm very fearful because I look at this team as the lineup. If you buy BKBs on these heroes, YBB does not feel strong whatsoever.
Yeah, they don't really have anything in the way of physical damage right now. And I was wondering if they were considering putting the Doom on safe lane carry actually, so they could get some other utility that has catch, because their line really lacks in that department. But if you do that, then you're still running into the same issue, which is, well, when this game eventually gets to the 25-30 minute mark, how do you deal with the BKB Lesh running at you and a Clockwork just setting up the fight, right? So I think it is a little bit pigeonholed with this Coddle pick. I don't like it that much for that reason. Maybe one way of trying to salvage this is to play some sort of hyper tempo, if you will, and like really go all in with like Lycan or Dragon Knight or something, and just try to really press the issue. But I just think Aster to experience.
Dyer's turn to pick.
Speaking of Aster, let's think about the heroes that Monet is going to play. He's played Ursa, he's played Monkey King, which just got banned out right now. There was that game that they played the Monkey King in tandem with Nature's Prophet. That looked super hot.
Can you tell me no one called me out when I just started talking about Aster's roster as if they were YBB, by the way? I was sitting here going, yeah, Nature's Prophet can be played mid by 70. That's the wrong team. No one said it. No one said I was talking about the wrong team.
When you said Chanming, like, when you were talking about ZZQ, I was like, she might be on the wrong team.
I was on the wrong team the whole time.
I had faith that you'd catch up. I had faith that you'd catch up.
It took me so long to realize.
You know, we had faith in you, so next time we don't have faith in you, basically.
Yeah, just tell me. Say, what the fuck are you talking about, Jane?
I wasn't sure if I misunderstood, so I just gave the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, look at that!
All right, Wraith King.
Literally dead hero.
So this is now the third Wraith King game, I believe, within the region, right? We saw Erika do it. We saw Shiro do it yesterday for LGD.
Yeah.
We see it here. It was paired with the Dazzle yesterday, which made it look a lot stronger. Do you like it here, Shiro? This is why you have an opportunity to appraise Aster with fresh new eyes.
Aster,
right?
This is Aster. Holy shit! What a great lineup they have here, huh? Wraith King, we saw it picked into Doom in the first phase, so now he's the last pick overall, so it's probably even nicer. I don't actually like Wraith King that much into Coddle Core because of the way that he plays with Blinding Light. I think Wraith King struggles super hard because all of his damage relies on physical. They're just going to be trying to like deal with him with this. He's going to be like an early force. I actually think if they have a really good last pick here, this could be a pretty free call.
Yeah. I definitely agree. I don't think Coddle is under any pressure. He really gets 1 Force Staff. It doesn't even have to be himself buying it. They just need to see price.
Anti-mage, choose your hero.
All right. So
Oh, I like that.
if you're ever gonna pick anti-mage, right? It's into Wraith King, it's into the Slash Rack. It's in a game where their hard disables are kind of hard to come by on the side of Team Aster. It's a game where you're not gonna be uber pressured in the offlane. You're not gonna die to XXX's Nature's Prophet here. Is this one of those rarefied games where we get a good anti-mage? We saw one already in the Chinese region. It won the game. Is this going to be another
and
one?
Europe win. Euragi. I think this is a great anti-mage game. I think that between this Coddle's going to help extend this game until he hits the point where he's just split pushing and making life hard.
remaining.
I don't think they have very good lockdown for him, and I don't think they can end before he comes online.
I'm just a little bit concerned about how good the lane is actually going this hero, because I think Anti-Mage, if the Nature's Prophet plays really well, it's kind of hard to come by farm. He has last hit advantage. He's going to be laning with either a Clock or an Ench, and what support is AM with? Probably Disruptor no matter what.
Let's see. CCQ to the shop, so yeah.
Yeah, and I think no matter what, that matchup into Nature's Prophet, Nature's Prophet will enjoy this lane, right?
Yeah.
So that's the biggest concern. Nature's Prophet having a good start against Anti-Mage, start shrinking the map is very aggressively, and I don't know if they're going to try to weather the storm with the Coddle clearly and defend their towers, but Rocket Flared, he can get jumped by the Nature's Prophet for Force Staff. I don't know, I still like Aster's tools in setting this up and dealing with what YOB threw at them, but that said, the AM might have been one of the best picks left in the pool, right? I don't think it's a bad choice.
It's
But
not
it's
a
risky. It's high risk.
risk. But right now, YBB Gaming are in need of high reward, so we'll figure out if that's going to happen for them. Working their fate towards the major. To find out, we have a date to some wonderful casters. That casting pair is, of course, the lover boiler cast at ACOP. Take it away.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Testing part.
Lover boy. I've never been called that, but feels good.
Yeah, you guys see me blush all the time. Because of the lover boy Lacoste.
For battle.
Let's focus on the things that matter. Let's focus on the game. Anti-Mage last pick. No, Anti-Mage last pick. I do love it. I'm just not sure if we can hold this game for long enough to be able to get it online. As Panna was talking about, the lane is going to be very difficult for him, playing into summons, playing into Nature's Prophet, a lot of harassment, so he might be pushed out of the lane relatively early on. And also, YBB, one more time, playing against Wraith King. This is how PSG OGD beat them the other day. Like, and also, I gotta say, I loved the literally dead hero coming out from center. It made me laugh.
Yeah, it made me laugh a lot. I giggled quite a bit. Just, you know,
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, very funny person, always, and it looks like it's not too funny for ZZQ. He's gonna be first blood. XWY getting that first blood. Never really wanted to give it up to the mid laner. Not the best feeling in the world. And we've seen this Wraith King. I feel like when you think Wraith King, though, in China, you think Erica, but this time it's gonna be Monet on it. Should be interesting to see how this Wraith King does.
It's an old school counter to
At last,
this duel. And as you see, they are blocking the camps. They do not want to see them picking up some good creeps and also no stacking. I mean, it's also against Keeper of the Light. Like, this is huge because he wants to farm these two camps. So it will... Okay, so he's going to fill up server ward. That's 1 sentry. Still needs to use 2 sentries. It's gonna take time. Like, it's very effective, and it's also kills Keeper of the Light's momentum because he wants to push the wave, come back into the jungle, get those stacks going, farm up.
Yeah, so it kind of got to go 3 for 3 here in terms of sentry wards to block it, but maybe the obs was obvious. However, the sentries, I don't know. I don't feel like this is a common thing. I don't know if they're going to be able to figure out, hey, we need to get these unblocked until they see it. So like I think
So Hero the Light comes in, he sees that there is no camp available, he needs to use the career, or his support needs to come there, unblock it. So it's gonna take time.
long time for Ricardo to get something out of that. And giving XWY that first blood, that already means you're kind of sitting behind him. So Shrek, the lanes could become difficult for the side of YBB. I think Aster, they've put themselves in a pretty prime position. They've been one of the top teams in the region too, so I kind of expect them to do well to start off.
They do have a tempo-oriented lineup. Leshrak, Enchantress, Nature's Prophet. These heroes can play the bat, they can take the towers early on. I also want to see what the build from Monet is going to be, because we've seen Brave Kings going for a Radiance build. He has not been played many times, I believe, so far in the Div 1. 5 games, sitting at 40% win rate at the moment. Doesn't look too good. You know, this is also a hero that hasn't been touched too many times in terms of buffs. Nerfed a lot of the times in the past 6 months or so.
Dude, Bobaca's being a pest right now on this Enchantress. He hit him so hard with one of those level 1 impetus shots. He had like 40 health remaining. I love the way Bobaca plays this hero.
They decided to switch things up. Bobaca will be playing this position 4 with safe laner, so they have range plus melee in both their lanes, and also they do threaten a bit more kill here against Disruptor. Like, not an easiest one. Clockwork uses better assault, he will get glimpse back, but it's still more pressure on Lu, who's 7 CS, so not too bad, and XXS as expected. 10 and 4 dominating this matchup.
XXS must be sad though, he's not there with his partner. Bob. It's hard to separate the two of them. They haven't been separated from a team in about 5 years. Yeah. It's been forever. Oh no, that is gonna hurt. Tina Ming, he only has 2 tangos remaining and he's taking a lot of harassment. This is just not exciting at all from
Double Tornado.
And that's not fun either. Tornado dealing with the impetus. Kind of Aster and LGD, they do make these entries into these kind of core supports and beyond. Out here to Bobaca showing off just that.
It's not done yet. Also getting the leap charge.
Dyer's courier just
From
dropped
Piranha. Doesn't have. Okay, oh, if that was the shot,
He would have
dies. Yeah.
Interesting, and by now going into tangos and fused raindrop.
A gift from the temple.
No, fused raindrop's kind of ruining the map when you're trying to see how much damage you might do.
You don't like that one, don't you?
It really annoyed me the other day. I was playing mid as Zeus, and I was against Huskar. Up back to ult, and he took literally no damage. What has he got?
I gotta rewatch that.
Don't.
Pichu, enough mana for battery assault. ZZQ so does have a glimpse available, but it's not gonna be as good. Anti-Mage now on top of CS, 17 and 4. Clockwork did leave him, and Lu did manage to get some farm. Also, his item build, 2 rank bands, does not want to get rest. Something that we don't see. Most of the time we see Anti-Mages rushing for that ring of health, but he got a couple of tangos from ZZQ, now getting closer to that ring of health. Just 100 gold away on top of double rate band.
He's farming way better in this lane than I kind of expected, but he's not getting pressured at all from the Clockwork. Like, XXS is just focusing on his own CS, right? I think that's fine.
Peach doesn't have much mana to work with. He gets hit a couple of times by Anti-Mage. He also uses mana to try to zone out Disruptor.
They're kind of successful in zoning out ZZQ second, but right back in the lane, so it hasn't been like all success for him right now. That allows Blue to doing his thing. XWY against the Coddle has been pretty even.
To take the plug.
Top lane against the nuisance. He's got this wolf. If that was impetus, that could have been a kill once more. And he wants to search. Can't exactly find Ming, so he's just keeping the lane open for Monet a moment, and eventually this will spot him. Impetus will step forwards to survive with 15 health.
This is why China first pick Enchantress whenever it's available. This hero is completely zoning out both heroes. Needs to team. He gets out. Oh my god, this is a disaster.
Now you've got the long walk of shame. coming back.
Extra damage. Pack leader's aura. That extra 30% damage. With the skeletons, with Boboka, that impetus shot as well. Already a 2k gold lead for Aster.
Does he have a lead? He has 2. Okay. I was gonna say he's a lot of danger if he gets spotted. See him kind of walking around. He's taking Boboka's attention, and now he's forced towards the tower. This is an awkward spot to be in. If a slip gets from Monet and it lands, you might have just been dead.
Boboka behind enemy tower. Does have a stick plus impetus. There we'll get.
Okay, Boboka.
And also making a wraparound. Pichu with boot of speed. If he gets connection on the Keeper of the Light, who's level 5 at the moment, that's a kill.
Yeah, battery installed. There are the cogs. And the stun follower from XWI. They are dismantling the early game of YBB.
They're on fire, as expected. Like, this lineup plays so fast. Arrow. Wow.
Esports.io, just with 1.03 and 12.74. It's very I don't know if it was going to be outsiders from China kind of odds, though.
2 support. They don't have much damage to work with. 2-point glimpse, which was already used. No arrow. He wanted to secure the rune. Gets that eye on DD. XQY will still pick up. His rune. Refilled the bottle at Boboka one more time, being very annoying. Exectus still no 5. So no Wrath of Nature available. Going for this offlaner type of a build, as you like to call it, on NP. That Aghanim Scepter gonna come in very handy, especially against Anti-Mage, to have this root mechanic that is gonna hit him, because they are relatively limited in terms of stuns control that they have. You need to get in with the hook shot, maybe cogs into Split Earth or Raid King stun. And also did mention item build on Raid King, didn't push that off, never mind. Seems like I'm a
success.
Again.
Imps all the way back with 70 here into the Illuminate. That's a cool one. Little alley-oop there, and eventually Blue, well, he blinks forward, but he doesn't get the kills. It's credit for that on a success.
Well, XWY pushing mid tower, only 1 point edict.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, but getting a lot of time to just kind of put all the damage onto this tower, right? Like,
this tower's dead unless they bring Keeper of the Light 7. He's coming, but he's gonna be under the vision. You do have 2 observer boards scouting things out.
Saving the timer for now. Beyond forward to Monet's got level 6. Boboka is still not dealing with a lot of mana. XSS comes up into the top lane, but they need to get the control. Beyond is pretty quick. Now they've got the enchanted soul down scout to block his path. Nate, get the kill on a gun. This is gonna line up to be pretty bad for the side of YBB. Top and mid probably going down in succession. Like,
Tower 100 HP. For now, they're gonna keep it because they do have another glyph available, so might try to play off of it. XWY, Arcane Rune available for him.
Scanning for enemies.
Not enough space. So, XSS, to that Wrath of Nature earlier, he'll have it back up in 35 seconds. Wouldn't be surprised to see them.
Hell yeah, this is it. Mana Void to secure 1 big creep.
Is that value?
Well, if you're not gonna use it, why not? Yeah, it's, you got like 60, 65 gold from it.
65 gold, so you're getting less than 1 gold
per mana.
Yeah, Boboka down there to TMA. That's killing spree going the way of this.
Warpine Raider, meanwhile, kills the tower, so valued. It's not gonna be denied. They're not gonna take away gold from Team Aster. And one more time, let's go back to Raid King. Monet, king of the farm at the moment, going into Armlet next. I wanted to see if this was gonna be like Radiance type of a build, but you're only playing into Anti-Mage, so I feel like getting some SO to hit even more early timings would be better.
I love Radiance. Built it yesterday on Witch Doctor. On little Greaves Radiance offlane Witch Doctor. What a build. You're looking at me like I grieve the game.
Well, I'm gonna let my look do the thing.
Do the talking.
So 70 does have boots of travel. Can be anywhere on the map. Problem is beyond. Ooh, they get him.
They've been so on point with these kind of combos. We'll say XWY not gonna die, but they found the targeting on like the illuminates with the glimpses and the arrows and the illuminates. It's been impressive. Success not having too much fun against them in terms of having mana, but now they've got the enchant. And he's got blink up, so he'll blink away and get away from these heroes from Aster.
Boba now on the bottom lane. Will start to pressure the tower. Has Dark Troll Summoner. They do have treants. These are 2 sets of treants. So 10 of them, if I can count correctly. This tower's just gonna drop. Anti-Mage doesn't really deal well with this.
No battle period at the moment. He can't exactly deal with all these units.
Plus 15 damage on treants. Ranking's even here.
Yeah, they're rotating. They want to go for this. So let's see. Field, Monet, holding on to Reincarnation, but he doesn't have the mana for it anymore now that he threw out that Wraithfire Blast. He does have 18 wand charges. Now 19 and 20. He's going to hold on to that.
Chatting it up.
In, and now he'll pop the wand and on the back line to get the kill there on Alu and Saratogo. And now looking to get the kill on a ZQ. Magnetic Fury holds him close as the right click is there.
No way.
On a ZQ. It's just blowing all these heroes away.
I love that Monet ran in and didn't give a damn about what's gonna happen. Has that, as you said, 18 wand charges. How much damage is that? That's a 3.3k damage with just Armlet on Wraith King. So he survived, toggles it nicely. Doesn't even use ulti. They were too afraid to commit to him.
They're scared of this Wraith King by a lot. Unstoppable force. Didn't even have to use Reincarnation. Like, that is... Yeah, I mean, this is why people have talked about Monet for a long time. I think there was even the conversation for the last few years or so that Monet greater than Ame. I don't know if I'll go that far, but he definitely always makes a case for it.
Monet has been stable as a carry. You know that you can rely on him to carry the games, that he's gonna get the farm. The thing about Monet is he doesn't throw. He doesn't have these weird places that he goes for. Doesn't overextend. It's just been pretty straightforward. Play by the book.